Hi, this is the second video in the playlist where we're looking at estimation skills. So please do stop the video, have a go at each of the questions, then compare your solutions. I also want a quick shout out to all the sponsors of the channel. Thank you so much for all of your support. It's really appreciated. And a special shout out and thank you to Mercy, who's going to feature in question number 1. Because she's going to be painting the walls of her house. So as promised, as part of the benefits of being a sponsor, then I will mention you in a maths problem. Thank you very much for all of your support, Mercy, and we'll look forward to seeing you inside the video. Hi, this is the second video in the playlist where we're looking at estimation skills. Now, this particular one is quite wordy, there's quite a bit to do here, but hopefully you should be able to stop the video, have a go at the question, and then compare your solution. So, Mercy, thank you very much, Mercy. Mercy is one of the sponsors of the channel. It's really appreciated. Everything you do for the channel, Mercy, thank you so much. And this particular question is for you. It's very much appreciated. All of the members of the channel, thank you, everything that you do. Okay, so Mercy is painting her front room and needs to estimate the size to buy enough paint to cover the walls. 2 of the walls measure that and the other 2 walls measure that. Estimate the area of the walls that Mercy needs to paint. Okay, so let's have a look. Well, we've got 2 walls which are going to be 3.17 multiplied by 2.89, 3.17, 2.89, and both walls are exactly the same. Okay, 3.17 and 2.89. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make both of them 3 by 3. So basically, I'm going to say that's a 3.3 wall. So that's going to be 9 meters squared. And that's a 3.3 wall. That's going to be 9 meters squared. Okay, so hopefully that's all right for you. Sorry about the differences in size on the sketch, but hopefully that's all right. So let's have a look at the next 2 walls. So the next 2 walls, I'll try to make them very similar. Okay. There you go, that's not too bad. Okay, so this one I've got 3.56 and it's also 2.89, so the ceiling height is 2.89. Okay, and these walls are slightly bigger but the same height. Okay, now in this particular case, because they are slightly bigger, or slightly longer rather, I'm going to make that 4 by 3. So again, I'm rounding to one significant figure. So the first number is 3, but I'm going to change that to 4 because the number afterwards is a 5. And if it's 5 or above, you need to change it. Okay, so that's going to give me 12 meters squared for that one, and again 4 by 3, 12 meters squared for that one. Okay, so I do always advocate that you do try to sketch these things out. I think it's just so helpful to show your understanding. I think something like that hopefully will give you a very good idea of how to answer the question. So A is estimate the area of the walls that Mercy needs to paint. Okay, so A is going to be 9 plus 9 plus 12 plus 12. If we add all of that together, we're going to get 42 meters squared. Okay, and that would be a good estimation. Okay, so the next one then is if 1 tin of paint covers 9 meters squared, how many tins of paint will Mercy need? Okay, well, if 1 tin of paint covers 9 meters squared, then we can say 5 times 9 is 45 meters squared. Okay, so Mercy will need 5 tins of paint. Okay, I hope that's okay for you. Please do add a comment below if you're not sure about anything. I'll always come back to you. Okay, let's move on then to question number 4. Now, this is a bit of a throwaway one. I just thought that it might be useful just to pop this in. And it's one of those questions I think quite useful to kind of work through. So explain how these calculations are wrong. So this is a bit of a mix really of estimation skills and also other skills that you might need to use. Okay, so this particular first one, I would would say that 13 times 1 is 13. So therefore 11.6 is going to be just too low. Okay, now you can add a bit of text if you want to, but essentially, just for the sake of the video, this would be the working I would show. Okay, so a similar sort of thing with the next one. I've got 60 multiplied by 200. Well, again, it's very low. That's going to be 12,000. Okay. Part C is going to be 0.8 over 1.4. So if I write that as a fraction, it'll give you some idea that if I then move the decimal point, I'm going to get 8 over 14. Okay, well, 8 over 14 is very, very close to 7 over 14, which is equal to 0.5. So actually, the answer would be very close to a half. Okay, so next one is D. Now, a bit tricky until you look too closely at it, or if you look closely at it, you've got this negative 125. So actually, if we've got 5 times 5 times 5, that equals positive 125. It would be a different story if this was minus 5. So minus 5 times minus 5 times minus 5 is minus 125, but it's a positive value. Okay, so you just got to make a note maybe that it is not negative. Okay, let's have a look at the next one then. So it's a similar story actually. The next one, 25 times minus 25 would be minus 625, but this is actually a positive. 25 times 5 is 625, and again, it's not negative. Okay, so just be careful about the hidden negatives with these. Okay, let's have a look at F then. So again, I'm going to use estimation skills. I'm going to say, well, that's really close to 1 times 12, which is 12. So 13.3 is too much. Okay, so the cube root of 8, well, the cube root of 8 isn't 4, I'm afraid. It's actually 2, because the cube root of 8 equals 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. Okay, so it's the square, no, it's not. The cube root of 8 is actually 2. Okay, last one then is a very typical kind of decimal point issue here. So if we're doing 0.05 squared, it means 0.05 times 0.05. Now that equals 25 if we do 5 times 5, but we've moved the decimal point 4 places. Okay, 2 places here, 2 places here, so it's 4 places. Now if we move 4 places back, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and the decimal point ends up there with a couple of zeros in it. So the actual answer is 0.0025. Okay, hopefully that's okay for you. It is a bit of a tricky one, that final one. Okay, so please do add a comment below if you're not sure about anything. I'll always come back to you, and I'll look forward to seeing you inside the next video.